Hello, crew and Nikki. It is Tuesday, the 8th of May, and it's the evening, and I just watched Karu's 2 videos. So, and I took some notes here. Karu, I watched Nikki's video, and she actually yeah, I took notes on everything she said here, but I don't know, you should go back and watch it and respond to her directly instead of letting me do it by proxy. So when you started your video, Crew, first of all, you said, "What ho?" And I can only assume you're speaking to Nikki when you say that. You said you recently got done swimming, which I think you could probably say at any given moment and it would be true. Good for you. That's all I've got to say there. I do like the idea of your nipple hardness scale, but I'm curious, is it like, is it a logarithmic scale or is it a linear scale? How does that work? So is like an 8.4 an order of magnitude larger than an 8.2 on the nipple hardness scale? I need to know more in order to understand what an 8.2 represents. Your little story about the weather and the lightning and the garden lights and the lightning and then the hummingbird responding to the lightning, that's pretty cool. It's too bad you didn't have a little video of that. Although I've got to say that often when I take video, I feel like I'm missing the event. So it probably was better that you were lying in bed enjoying the event and not attempting to capture it for posterity's sake. Let's see, the soccer. Yeah, I guess I haven't made a video since the New York Red Bulls match on Saturday where LA lost 1-0, and I agree. The Galaxy just look lifeless. I mean, they just don't have an edge to them, and it really is. In some ways, it's a testament to how even the league is that they're getting thrashed. The other thing that's interesting is I think I've been watching a lot of matches this season, and heck, they're almost a third of the way through the season now. And LA is towards the bottom of the table. They're probably in the bottom 5 of the league. But one of the things I've noticed is that everybody plays against LA super high pressure. And I think that it's a combination of realizing that if they give LA a little space, they're going to tear you up. But also, there's a level of intensity there with LA being the best team in the league the last 2 years, and with Beckham and Keane, and everybody had the LA date circled on their calendar, and they're coming out hard. Because I was watching, I've been watching the San Jose games, and San Jose's playing really well. They're really fun to watch. They've been scoring tons of goals. They got a guy named Chris Wondolowski, who's been one of the top scorers in the league the last 2 years, and right now he's leading the league in scoring. And he's kind of a blue-collar player, but he just has this incredible composure about him. He's fun to watch play. And watching San Jose, and they haven't been that good the last few years, and they seem to get a lot more space. And I don't know if it's because they're moving the ball quicker and more crisply than LA is, or if defenses aren't playing them as well. And I think it probably is a combination of the two, but it's fascinating. Anyway, sorry, Nikki, I will stop talking about soccer now. Yeah, I've decided that it's going to be a rough year for LA. I still think they've got a good chance of making the playoffs, but they have to get it together. And when they played New York, New York had 1 shot on goal, beat them 1-0, and LA the whole second half had the New York goal under siege. But the thing is, this is the mirror image of what LA did last year, where LA would score a goal and then they would just be composed and defend with purpose and bend but not break defending, and they haven't been able to score the key goals, and they haven't been able to prevent the few shots that have gone in on them, and they just need to be sharper. They need to be better. They're not competitive now. The comment about my glasses, you think I look like Harry Potter, or they look like Harry Potter-esque glasses. So I've got 2 pairs of glasses here, actually. I'll get my other pair. So I bought these glasses. I told you about this, that I wear indoors most of the time. I've got these other ones that I can wear either indoors or outdoors. And these ones actually, they've got the green shading at like 10%. So they're shaded enough, so actually when I wear them outside it gives me a little protection from the sun, but I can still wear them inside and see. But the interesting thing about these, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but they have hearts and stars on the sides. And when I bought them, I didn't know that. Actually, there was no picture of the glasses that showed the arms, so I assumed they were all going to be just standard green, but they're not. And the interesting thing is that most people, these ones are a little less round than these ones, but I think most people actually don't notice the difference when I switch them. Probably because they're so jarringly different from what I had before. But yes, you were very tactful in saying that I have a round head and a round face. You're saying, oh yes, you have this beard and blah blah blah. Yeah, you have a very sort of angular face and I have a very round face, and that's how it goes. I'm not that sort of attractive, you know, nice bone structure kind of guy. I have a round face, but I'm okay with that. Now this is a good segue from that to you saying that I could be a rock star. And I got to tell you that you know, there was a time when I was a teenager when the idea of being a rock star was somewhat appealing to me, but not at all now. I do wish that I could play more music, and actually, you know, it's a matter of just doing it really. It's getting out and playing more music and playing in front of people, and probably actually writing more songs and recording more. I just need to set a schedule and do it if I want to do that. But there's no appeal to me of being a rock star, or quote rock star. You know, I like you know, like the Mountain Goats. It would be fun to be able to, like in the summer, travel around to music festivals and play a little bit here and there. But you know, that's the kind of thing anybody can do. You don't have to be that talented to do that. You can just showing up and actually putting in the effort allows you to do that. And I may do that if I have more time available to myself, but I'm not making any commitments right now. But it's very kind of you to be so effusive in your praise of the song that Nikki and I did. And by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but I put up a video of Don't Want to See Your Face on the Nothing to See channel. I know, Nikki, you saw it because you commented on it. And I'm going to stop making videos on that channel. I'll move over to the Dan Haug Music channel, which I made. And I think I'm going to make a video of the Somebody That I Used to Know song, Nikki. The reason I haven't done that yet is because I don't have any video footage of me when I recorded it. And I have this thing, and it's this weird ethic where I feel like I'm cheating if I go back and kind of replay it and take video of that. Especially since I cut off my dreads since I don't know, it's just weird. And so I have this weird thing. But I may just go back and make some video of me playing the instruments and singing, so I can cut it all together, because I've got the video of you singing, Nikki, and I'd like to put up that video because I do like the way the song sounds. I think it came out really, really good. Actually, there's another song, 9 Crimes by Damien Rice, which I think, Nikki, you and I could probably do a pretty decent job on that song too. It would be fun. If you're interested, let me know. I think I told you there's a link on a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel name is Captain the Burrito. Captain the Burrito. That's the YouTube name, and it's 9 Crimes, and it's this guy, and the woman singing with him is Danielle. I don't know her actual name, but she's got a YouTube channel called Danielle Ate the Sandwich, and she's actually now a professional musician. She kind of tours around, and they do a really funny version of that song with they throw in some rap at the end. Yeah. Anyway, Karu, congratulations on your sale of your closing of the business on the 15th. That will be most auspicious, and that week's going to be a good week for me as well. There's a bunch of stuff going on that week. That's next week, right? The 15th will be next Tuesday? Tuesday. And on Thursday the 17th we're doing our pilot Outlook training class at work, which I've been working on for a few months now. I'm pretty excited about that. On Friday the 18th I'm playing at the farmers market, and then the 19th we're doing the river cleanup here in town, which would be fun, and the 20th is Bryn's graduation. And then the 24th Sarah and I leave to go to Wales. Speaking of which, I'm going to put a link in the bar down below to a Google map where Sarah and I have been logging all the places we're going to visit. And in that map, if you go in, when you first bring it up, you'll just see our trip across northern Wales, but there's a bar, there's like a menu in the left that lists all those places. If you scroll down to the bottom, you can actually forward to 2 other pages in it, and it will show 2 other lists of sites we're going. So it starts going, we start at Manchester and head west through Wales over to Anglesey, and then we go south down and eventually down to Bristol, and then up from Bristol back to Manchester. But I think there's almost 50 different places we're going to visit on there. And if you go and zoom into some of them, you can see the castles and the hill forts and stuff we're going to go see. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be a blast. I guess that's all that I've got for now. So follow the link below, and until I speak to you again, still dead.